Good evening, children. Okay, children. So the topic for today is from economics, and the name of the topic is people as resource or people as a resource. Now, in this, what we are going to study. Firstly, there are some important terms of which you should be aware of. The important terms are economic activities. This word means this chapter you have read in your class, I hope so 9th or 10th you have read this chapter, people as a resource, and this chapter would be easier for you. So the first term is economic activities, and the meaning is the activities which result in the production of goods and services and add value to the national income are called economic activities. Second point is disguised unemployment. The word disguised unemployment means it is a kind of employment in which some people look like being employed but are actually not employed fully. It happens when the number of persons employed in a task is more than what is actually required. If these extra persons are removed, there will be no adverse effect on the output of production. The third point is educated employment. Now, this educated employment means it occurs when people with formal education fail to find a productive job. Gross national product or national income. The word national income refers to the total of the money value of all final goods and services produced in an economy during a year. My next point is own account production. The word own account production means the produced asset is not sold in the market. It is produced for self-consumption. The next one is seasonal unemployment. The word seasonal unemployment means it is the unemployment created from seasonal variations in demand for goods and services. It happens when people are not able to find jobs during some months of the year. देखो, जो किसान होते हैं, जो लेबर होते हैं, उनको कुछ समय काम मिलता है और कुछ समय जब बारिश या जब मौसम बदलता है तो कोई उस समय फसल नहीं बोई जाती है, तो एट दैट टाइम जो लेबर्स होते हैं वो खाली हो जाते हैं, तो दैट कम्स इन द लिस्ट ऑफ सीजनल. It is an economy. In an economy, there will be certain times of years when the demand for goods and services are lower than normal. The next point is unemployment. It is a situation in which a person is willing to work at current wage rate but doesn't get job. The next point is vicious cycle. VICIOUS. Vicious cycle. It is a situation when one bad event results in another negative event, which in turn perpetuates the first event and so on. It becomes difficult to identify which one is the cause and which one is the effect of the cycle. Remember this term, this is vicious cycle. The next term is virtuous cycle. It is a situation when good event leads to another and this in turn further promotes the second positive event and so on. So that comes in the list of virtuous cycle. Now let's move to the other point. Children, let's talk about human resource. What is this human resource? ये human resource होता क्या है? If we'll talk about human resource, then people as resource is a way of referring to a country's working population in terms of their existing productive skills. Just from your side, one point has come. Again, I am telling you the point of vicious cycle, VICIOUS. Vicious cycle, it means it is a situation when one bad event results in another negative event, which in turn perpetuates the first event and so on. It becomes difficult to identify which one is the cause and which one is the effect of the cycle. मान लो आपकी कंपनी में कोई एक लॉस होता है, फिर से वैसा ही कोई लॉस हो जाता है, आपने उसको बदला, फिर कोई नया लॉस हो गया, then you are not able to understand that this loss is due to which, the first problem or the second problem. Now I'm coming back again to the topic human resource. People as resource is a way of referring to a country's working population in terms of their existing productive skills and abilities. The second point is when the existing human resource is further developed by becoming more educated and healthy, we call it human capital formation. And this human capital formation adds to the productive power of the country, just like physical capital formation. Next point is converting human resource to human capital increases productive power of the country. Human capital is in one way superior to other resources like land and physical capital, as land and capital can be effectively put to use only by human capital, unlike vice versa. My next point is economic activities. ये point important, थोड़ा ध्यान देना इस पे. See, economic activities are related to production, distribution, exchange, and consumption of goods and services. The primary aim of the economic activity is the production of goods and services with a view to make them available to consumer. It has two parts. देखो ये जो हमारी इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटीज होती है इसके दो पार्ट्स होते हैं. द फर्स्ट पार्ट इज मार्केट एक्टिविटीज एंड द सेकंड पार्ट इज नॉन मार्केट एक्टिविटीज. अब हम बात करते हैं व्हाट आर दीज मार्केट एक्टिविटीज. मार्केट एक्टिविटीज क्या होती हैं? It involves remuneration to anyone who performs certain activity, that is activity performed for pay or profit. The second point is non-market activities. It involves production for self-consumption. जो छोटे किसान होते हैं, the small farmers, they do non-market activities, means उनका एरिया छोटा होता है, उनका प्रोडक्टिव एरिया छोटा होता है. So whatever production takes place, that is for self-consumption. Now let's talk about the various activities have been classified into three main sectors. तीन main sector होते हैं. पहला होता है बेटा प्राइमरी, दूसरा होता है सेकेंडरी और तीसरा होता है टर्शरी सेक्टर. टोटल थ्री सेक्टर्स, प्राइमरी, सेकेंडरी एंड टर्शरी सेक्टर्स. अब हम लोग बात करते हैं ये होते कौन कौन से सेक्टर्स. कैन एनीवन टेल मी? श्लोक और प्रिया यादव, भारती कुशवाहा, पुष्पेंद्र, दैट व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ प्राइमरी सेक्टर. इसमें कौन कौन सी चीज़ें होती हैं, कौन सी फील्ड्स इसमें होती हैं प्राइमरी सेक्टर में? स्निग्धा सिद्धांत, कैन यू टेल मी सर्टेन एग्जांपल्स ऑफ प्राइमरी सेक्टर जो इसमें इन्वॉल्व होते हैं? Okay, children, let me tell you firstly about primary sector. Now, what is this primary sector? This primary sector includes agriculture, forestry, animal husbandry, fishing, poultry farming, एंड माइनिंग. ये हो गया हमारा प्राइमरी सेक्टर. अब हम लोग बात करते हैं सेकेंडरी सेक्टर की. नाउ व्हाट इज दिस सेकेंडरी सेक्टर? इट इंक्लूड्स दिस सेकेंडरी सेक्टर इंक्लूड्स क्वेरिंग एंड मैन्युफैक्चरिंग. थर्ड पॉइंट इज टर्शियरी सेक्टर, जो आजकल बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट हो रखा है हमारा टर्शियरी सेक्टर. इट इंक्लूड्स ट्रेड, ट्रांसपोर्ट, कम्युनिकेशन, बैंकिंग, एजुकेशन, health, tourism, services, insurance, etc. So, these are the points. ये हो गया हमारा प्राइमरी, सेकेंडरी और टर्शियरी सेक्टर. हमने इसमें 5 पॉइंट्स पढ़े बेटा. एक तो पहला मार्केट एक्टिविटीज. 2 पार्ट्स होते हैं, मार्केट एक्टिविटीज एंड नॉन मार्केट एक्टिविटीज. द सेकंड पॉइंट वाज वेरियस एक्टिविटीज. 3 मेन सेक्टर्स, प्राइमरी, सेकेंडरी एंड टर्शियरी सेक्टर. Now let's talk about the next point. My next point is division of labor. Okay, my third point, the next point is division of labor. Let's come to this. Due to historical and cultural regions, there is a division of labor between men and women in the family. ये हम लोग का हिस्ट्री थी या कल्चर था, हम लोग का पहले से कल्चर चलता आ रहा है जिसमें लेबर का डिवीजन हो जाता है बिटवीन मेन एंड वुमेन इन द फैमिली. वुमेन जनरली लुक आफ्टर डोमेस्टिक कोर्स एंड मेन वर्क इन द फील्ड्स. देयर वर्क इज नॉट अकाउंटेड इन द नेशनल इनकम, which is a sum total of final goods and services produced in a country. However, women with high education and skill formation are paid at par with men. Among the organized sector, the professions which attract them the most are teaching, medicine, administrative and other services, scientific and technological services. Now let's move to the next point, that is factors affecting quality of population. The next point is factors affecting quality of population. In this, let's talk about the quality of population depends upon the literacy rates, health of a person indicated by life expectancy and skill formation acquired by the people of the country. Second point is the quality of the population ultimately decides the growth rate of the country. Illiterate and unhealthy population are a liability for the economy. Literate and healthy population are an asset. Now in this, let's talk about the first point, that is education. About the word education, you all know. Education contributes towards the growth of individual as well as society. The government has made provisions for providing universal access, retention and quality in elementary education with a special emphasis on girls. Navodaya Vidyalayas have been established in each district. Vocational streams have been developed to equip large number of high school students with occupations related to knowledge and skills. The third point is central government's Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan. Important point nowadays, central government Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan. This program is a significant step towards providing elementary education to all children in the age group of 6 to 14 years. The literacy rate has increased from 18% in 1951 to 74.04% in 2011. Now my next point is health. The health of a person helps him realize his potential and can be an asset for the economy. An unhealthy person becomes a liability indeed. The National Health Policy, what we call as NHPI, National Health Policy of India, is aimed towards improving access to health services and improving nutrition, especially among the underprivileged classes. The government health system is composed of many tiers of hospital. जो हम लोग के हॉस्पिटल्स होते हैं उसमें कई श्रेणियां, कई कैटेगरीज बनी हुई हैं. द फर्स्ट इज नोन एज पीएचसी, जैसे हम लोग हिंदी में कहते हैं प्राथमिक चिकित्सा केंद्र, और वी कॉल एज प्राइमरी हेल्थ सेंटर्स आर एट बॉटम ऑफ दिस टायर. PHCs are at the bottom and provide general medical care to rural people. This is followed by CHC, community health centers, in bigger tehsils or block towns. And the third point is the district hospital are at a district level. Further, medical colleges are present in major cities where doctors of all specialties are present. देखो तीन लेवल्स होते हैं, डिस्ट्रिक्ट हॉस्पिटल, दूसरा हो गया आपका कम्युनिटी हेल्थ सेंटर्स, और तीसरा हो गया प्राइमरी हेल्थ सेंटर्स, दैट इज PHCs. So district hospital, community health center, and the last one is primary health centers. The research of healthcare services is still too little, but reduction in infant mortality and improvement in life expectancy over the years have shown that the healthcare system has indeed helped in improving the quality of human resources. Children, the next point is unemployment, the basic problem of the world, that is unemployment. Now, let's talk about the word unemployment. Can anyone define me the definition? Definition of unemployment. Yes, children. Just tell me what is unemployment. Is right answer, Shlok? Your answer is right. Okay, the word unemployment. Unemployment is said, or we can say, unemployment is a situation in which a person is willing to work at current wage rate but does not get any job. अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट का सीधा मतलब होता है एक इंसान काम करने को तैयार है, जो भी पैसे उस समय मिल रहे हों, लेकिन तब भी उसको काम नहीं मिलता है. दैट इज नोन एज अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट. नाउ if I talk about the point unemployment, unemployment is said to exist when people who are willing to work at the existing wages cannot find jobs. The workforce population includes people from 15 years to 59 years of age. Additionally, if a person voluntarily does not want to work, he cannot be termed as unemployed. मतलब समझना, अगर किसी का काम करने का मन नहीं है, वॉलंटरी वो अपने मन से काम नहीं करना चाहता है, तो उसको हम लोग अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट नहीं कह सकते हैं, उसको अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट नहीं कहेंगे, और नॉट वी विल कॉल दैट पर्सन एज अनएम्प्लॉयड बिकॉज ही इज वॉलंटरली not wanting to work. Now, let's talk about the types of unemployment. 3 points are there: seasonal, disguised, and educated. Let's talk about seasonal अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट, सीजनल अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट होती है. It is more prevalent in rural areas as the farming cycle is season based. गांव में जो खेती होती है वो मौसम के हिसाब से होता है, उसका सीजन होता है. तो वो जब सीजन हटता है और अगले सीजन के स्टार्टिंग तक जो लोग होते हैं वो बेरोजगार हो जाते हैं. दैट इज नोन एज seasonal unemployment. The second point is disguised unemployment. It usually happens among family members engaged in agricultural activity. It occurs when more people are engaged in doing the work that could have been done by lesser number of people and they are not getting adequately paid for it. Now the third point is educated unemployment. अच्छा, शहरों में this educated unemployment is the biggest problem. It is very high in urban areas. It occurs when educated youth are not able to find a job. सीधा से इसका मतलब है disguised unemployment का जो हम लोग का educated unemployment है, that educated class, the educated youngsters, they are not able to get the job although they are highly educated, they are highly qualified, and that is the biggest drawback in the world. And for this task only, for this particular task only, several Indians have moved to other countries. They become as NRIs, they move to other countries, and that is also known as brain drain. That is also known by the name of brain drain. Brain drain means the best brains of India, the best brains of India, they move to the other country. That is known as brain drain. Now, let's talk about what are the effects of unemployment. Unemployment का असर क्या पड़ता है? ओके, टाइप्स ऑफ अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट में जो तीनों पॉइंट्स आते हैं सुन लो. ऑल ऑफ यू लिसन केयरफुली. सीजनल, डिस्गाइज्ड एंड एजुकेटेड अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट, ये तीनों टाइप्स हैं इसमें. नाउ द नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज इफेक्ट्स ऑफ अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट. अब क्या इफेक्ट होता है अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट का? देखो, द फर्स्ट पॉइंट इज अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट कैन बी इमोशनली ड्रेनिंग ऑन द अनएम्प्लॉयड person. The second point is it can be a financial and emotional drain on his family members. सीधा से इसका फर्क ये पड़ता है कि if a person is unemployed, तो financial और emotional drain means he is a kind of burden on his family. It leads to wastage of manpower resources. A large number of unemployed people is ultimately a liability for the society. तो जितने भी unemployed लोग होते हैं, they become a liability for the society or a liability for the family or for the society. High rate of unemployment can also increase the crime rate. The most important point, if maximum people become unemployed, then what will happen? It will increase the crime rate. And children, remember one thing, nowadays the standard of the crimes, cyber crime, is also increasing. This cyber crime is not increasing due to the illiterates. The cyber crime is taking place because the highly qualified personalities are there. Those who are not able to attain the task or attain the jobs, then the shortest method, or willingly or unwillingly, whatever, they are doing the task of hacking or other things. So the hackers are not, it's not so that they are not educated, they are highly qualified. But due to educated unemployment, in the type of educated unemployment, those people are not able to get the task. Fifth point is unemployment increases the dependence on working population and is an indicator of depressed economy. समझो मतलब, जैसे परिवार में आपके 5 लोग हैं, it's an example, 5 people are there, or total 4 brothers are there, and out of which 3 brothers have not got the job, only one brother is doing the job. So what will happen? All these 3 are going to be a burden for that 4th brother. So it will give birth to depressed economy. Now let's talk about employment in different sectors in India. India के different sectors में कौन कौन सी employment opportunities होती? As you all know, children, okay, tell me the first question. In India, which is the largest field of employment? In India, which is the largest field of employment? Answer my question. I have typed it. Where are my other candidates? Where is Snigdha, Siddhant, Pratyush, Priya? These people are not getting the response. Tanisha, Sujal, Pratyush, Kushagra, Sahil, Kshitij, Anirudh. Children, give the answer for this. I am waiting for your answers. Okay. The answer is agriculture is the correct answer. Agriculture is still the largest employer. However, the percentage of people working in agriculture has declined in recent years. The problem of seasonal and hidden unemployment is quite high in this sector. देखो ये जो हमारा एग्रीकल्चरल फील्ड होती है, जो एग्रीकल सेक्टर होता है, क्योंकि देखो एग्रीकल्चर जो होता है वो सीजनल है. सीजनल का मतलब कि इसमें कुछ समय एम्प्लॉयमेंट कुछ समय खेती होती है, कुछ समय नहीं होती है. और यहाँ पे क्या होता है, इसमें कुछ लोग जो होते हैं जो खेती कर रहे होते हैं, जब ऑफ सीजन होता है तो वो लोग अपना मोड चेंज कर देते हैं. पहले मिक्स्ड फैमिलीज होती थी तो लोग ज़्यादा होते थे फैमिलीज में, अब लोगों ने छोड़ दिया है और अपने प्लॉट्स को, अपनी ज़मीनों को बेचने लगे हैं. दैट इज़ ऑल्सो द कॉज दैट वाई एग्रीकल्चर हैज़ डिक्लाइंड इन रिसेंट ईयर्स. Okay, children. So the next point for this is, and children, those who are giving your answer, just concentrate on your work. Don't concentrate on what the other person is doing. Okay. The secondary and tertiary sectors have failed to generate employment in enough numbers which could absorb the surplus labor force. In the secondary sector, a small scale sector is more labor intensive and hence provides employment to a larger number of people. Next point is, in recent years, the IT sector has produced more opportunities for the technically qualified people. Just a few 2-3 minutes before, one child has told me the answer of engineer. Yes, your answer is right. Engineering is there. Nowadays, maximum people are moving in the field of engineering. So in engineering, the fields are several variations are there, several fields are there, and the people are moving towards engineering. So that's why we would have seen maximum children are performing their BTech. But no problem related to that. So I hope so that these topics are clear. Whatever I have taught you, the topics would be clear to you. Okay, children, now let's move to the questions. In short, I would like to move to the questions, and I hope so that the questions are clear to you. Means they would be visible to you. Okay. Yes, children, the questions are visible to all. Tell me this. All of you, just see to it that the questions are clear. They are visible. Okay. Now, let's move to the questions. अब हम लोग questions पे चलते हैं. The first question is, okay, the first question is, in recent years, the infant mortality rate has reduced because of dash. Option 1, protection of children from infection. Option 2, better mother and child care. Option 3, increase in the health care facilities. And option D. Okay, children, as you can see the question, now you can send your answers. Okay, the correct answer for question number 26 is all of the above. Now, let me tell you the cause. All of the given reasons have reduced the infant mortality rate in India. अगर हम लोग कंपैरिजन करते हैं 1950 से और आज के mortality rate में, so several changes have occurred. Now, the next question, question number 27. Workers in the dash sector do not produce physical goods. So tell the answer for this question. Workers in the sector do not produce physical goods. What's the answer? Option 1, primary goods. Secondary sector, tertiary sector, and final sector. Send your answers fast. Yes. Yes, I have got your answers. I am getting all your answers as you will send. Then only I can get the answers. Pratyush, my voice is audible? Yes, that's the correct answer. Answer number 2C is the right answer. Now, the correct answer is tertiary sector. Now, let me talk about this. See, the tertiary industry is the segment of the economy that provides services to its consumers. Now let's move to the 28th question. Underemployment occurs when people do not want to work, are working in a lazy manner, are working less than what they are capable of doing, are not paid for their work. Yes, children, the question number 28, I need the answer for this. Okay, for the 20th question, question number 28, the correct answer is option C. Children, concentrate on the question. Concentrate on the question and then give your answer. What the question is? Aniruddha Shlok, Manika Sujan, Pratyush. Just look the question in a proper manner, then give your answer. What the question is? Underemployment occurs when people do not want to work, are working in a lazy manner, are working less than what they are capable of doing, are not paid for their work. So what's the answer for this? Okay, so the answer for this question is option 3. Option 3 means underemployment refers to a job that is inefficient in some important way for a worker relative to a standard, which results in the underutilization of the worker. So the correct answer is option C. Okay, now come to the question number 29th. This is question number 29th. The question number 29th is, this type of unemployment is found mostly in urban areas. Question number 29, concentrate on that and then give your answer. Children, concentrate on the question. My question is, the type of unemployment is found mostly in urban areas. Seasonal, disguised, educated, or all the above. Snigdha Siddhant, pay attention, then give the answer. Yes. Okay, now the answer is correct. See, the answer for the 29th question is option C, educated unemployment. As I was giving you the example, the reason for this educated unemployment is every year in lakhs, the children or the students are doing their BTech or other degrees. But according to that, the job sector in the private or the government sector, the job opportunities are not prevailing. So that is the root cause of educated unemployment. Now, look over the 30th question. अब तीसरे सवाल पे ध्यान दो. 30th क्वेश्चन. Which of the following sectors is engaged in production of services? क्वेश्चन ध्यान से देख के आंसर देना. Question number 30. Priya Yadav, look the question properly, then give your answer. Okay. Yes, the correct answer for this question is your tertiary sector. Tertiary sector is engaged in production of services. Now, question number 31. Question number 31 is infant mortality rate means dash. Infant mortality rate means option A, death of a child under 1 year of age, death of a child under 2 years of age, and death of a child under 3 years of age. And option 4, death of a child under 4 years of age. Now send the answer. Other children also send your answer. Only Snigdha, Siddhant, Pratyush have sent their answers. And Priya. Others also send your answer. Okay, children. So the correct answer for this question is 31st question is answer option A is the correct one. The infant mortality rate, that is IMR, in short we call it as IMR, is the number of deaths of infants under 1 year per 1000 live births. That is known as IMR, that is infant mortality rate. Now look over to question number 32. Consider the following statements. Option A, economic development is a broader and normative concept. It concerns with structural change in the economy. Option B, economic growth is a narrow concept. It concerns with the increase in the economy's output. Which of the given statement is are true? Option 1, only A. Option 2, only B. Option 3, both A and B. And option 4, none of the above. Singha Siddhant, read the question again, then answer it. Okay, children, now all of you pay attention. The question is, you have to tell me now. The answer for this question is option 3. That is both A and B. Now, what is the reason behind this? Both the statements, I'm telling you the reason, pay attention. Both the statements are true. Economic growth is a single dimension concept. Snigdha Siddhant, wait and listen first. Okay, both the statements are true. Now I'm telling you the reason, all of you pay attention. Economic growth is a single dimension concept and is concerned with increase in the national income, economy's output, while economic development is a multi-dimensional concept and is associated with structural changes in the country. Again, I am repeating, try to understand both the statements. दोनों statements सही क्योंकि economic growth is a single dimension concept. Economic growth एक track पे चलने वाला है and is concerned with increase in the national income, economy's output, while economic development is a multi-dimensional concept and is associated with structural changes in the economic. That's why. So children, that's all for today. Only this much for today. In the next class, we'll be doing the